Hello students, welcome to our YouTube channel. Today's topic of discussion is quadratic comparisons for SBI PO Prelim Exams. Before we start our discussion, we request you to please subscribe to our YouTube channel Time for Bank Exams and click on bell icon so that you get notifications of all the videos that are uploaded on this channel. Okay. Now, look at the directions. In each question, two equations numbered 1 and 2 are given. You have to solve both the equations and mark the appropriate option. Options are given below. Just look at the options here. Now, mark the first option if x is less than y. Mark choice 2 when x is greater than y. Or mark choice 3 if x less or equal to y. And mark choice 4 x greater or equal to y, and the last final the option is, that is the option number 5, if x equal to y and no relation can be established between px and y. Between x and y it is not possible to make any relation. Now look at the equations. So two equations are given, just we need to find out the roots of the first equation as well as the second, need to compare the roots, how they are related. Based on these relations, we need to mark the options. Okay, dear student, before going to start this session, just let me explain simple point. What is the quadratic equation? Which is in the form of ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0, where a is not equal to 0. Okay, when you observe the product of a and c, when the product of A and C is a positive, when A and C is a positive, then the middle term, the value of the middle term is equal to sum of the factors. Please remember, sum of the factors is the middle term. So, what are the factors here? So, whatever the factors are there, just add those factors and equate, then you will get the value of B. Similarly, when the value of A and C, when the product of A and C is a negative, then what about the value of middle term? That is difference of the factors. Difference of the factors. Am I clear? So, these are the 2 points you need to remember. What is the first point? When the A into C is a positive, sum of the factors is the middle term. When A into C is a negative, the difference of the factors is the middle term. The value of the middle term is difference of the two factors. Okay. Now, look at the example here. 3x square minus 5x minus 2. What is the product of these two numbers? Product of the numbers is 6. 3 into 2. So, what is the value of the middle term? So, just find out the factors here. How to get the middle term? 5. So, middle term 5 means here 6 and 1. Just observe this. Minus 6 plus 1. How much is the difference? What is the sum of these? What is the sum of difference of these numbers? Here that is minus 5. What about the product of these two numbers? 2 into 3 minus 6. The product of these two, that is minus 6. What about the roots? The roots of the quadratic equation means same numbers, just take opposite sign and divide with the coefficient of x square. Okay. So, what is the result here? The quadratic equation roots. First quadratic equation roots are 6 by 3 minus 1 by 3. Look at the second one. Now, what is the product of these two? Product of these two is equal to 63. 63. Now, what is the product? Positive value. Positive value is sum of the two factors. Sum of the two factors is the value is 16. How to get 16? 9 into 7. So, 9 into 7 means, so 9 and 7. Sum of the two factors, but here minus 16 is given, means minus 9 minus 7. So, what are the roots? 9 by coefficient of y square and 7 by coefficient of y square. Dear students, if you observe the denominators are same, just observe the numerators. Whatever the value here, minus 1 is less than 9 and 7. And 6, it is less than 9 and 7. Am I clear? So, minus 1 is less than 9 and 7, 6 is also less than 9 and 7, means both the roots of the first quadratic equation are less than both the roots of the second quadratic equation, means x is less than y. X is less than y. What is the right choice? Option number 1. Choice 1 is the correct answer. Okay. Right. Moving to the next example. X square plus 6x plus 8 is equal to 0. Product of these two terms is 8. So, what are the roots? Means first of all find the factors. First of all find the factors, then find the roots. Now, the factors here. What are the factors? Means 8 is a product. What is the middle term? 6 is the middle term. So, 6 is the middle term, product is 8, means 4 into 2, that is 8. 4 plus 2, that is the middle term, 6. So, positive 4, positive 2. So, what about the roots? Minus 4, minus 2 by coefficient of x square. X square coefficient is 1. So, minus 4, minus 2. Look at the second quadratic equation here, 24. 24 means what are the possibilities? Now, 24 into 1, that is 24. What about the middle term? Middle term is 10. Middle term is 10 and the 24 is the product, means here the factors are 6 and 4. 6 into 4, that is 24. Of course, my dear students, 3 into 8 is also 24. But adding 3 and 8, it will give 11. But it is not satisfying the middle term. So, what are the possibilities for 24? Means 24, we can express it as 1 into 24, 2 into 12, 3 into 8, 4 into 6. Now, here product of the constant, that is a into c is equal to 24, positive means sum of the factors. Sum of the factors means this is the only one possible way. So, 6 and 4 are the factors. So, 6 and 4 are the factors, means what about the roots? Minus 6, minus 4. Minus 6, minus 4. What is the comparison? Just look at this one. Minus 4. Minus 4 means first root of the first quadratic equation comparing with both the roots of the second quadratic equation. Minus 4, both are equal, means x and y are equal. Minus 4 is greater than minus 6. So, x is equal to y, x greater than y. And just to look at the second quadratic equation, minus 2. Minus 2 is more than minus 6 as well as minus 4, means it is satisfying this condition. So, combining both, what is the result? X greater or equal to y. X greater or equal to y, the right choice, option number 4. Choice 4 is the correct answer. Am I clear? Now, look at the next example. 4x square plus 4x minus 15 is equal to 0. Dear students, if you are comfortable to find the factors by using the larger number, means go ahead. Otherwise, you just simplify, break into smaller numbers and then find. For example, 4 into 15, 60. If you are comfortable with 60, means 1 into 60, that is 60. 2 into 30, it is also 60. And 3 into 20. 3 into 20, it is a 60. 4 into 15. Then 5 into 12, 6 into 10. Am I right? So, these are the possibilities. Now, what is the possibility? What is the possible way to get the value here? So, just observe this. Just observe 6 and 10. What is that? A into C is a negative difference of the factors. So, difference of the factors is the middle term. So, A into C is a negative, means the difference of the factors. So, here 6 and 10 means now here 10 and 6. What are the signs? Positive 10, minus 6. What about the roots? Roots are here minus 10 by coefficient of x square, positive 6 by coefficient of x square. Similarly, find out the roots for the second quadratic equation. 2 into 15, that is a 30. It's a positive 30, means sum of the factors. So, what are the factors here? 6 and 5. So, 6 and 5 means minus 6 minus 5 are the factors. Minus 6 and minus 5, the value is minus 11. So what about the roots? Roots are 6 by coefficient of y square, 5 by coefficient of y square. Okay. Now comparison, just look at this one. I am making the denominator same here. Just when you observe the denominator as a 4, now what you will get on the numerator side? Numerators are 12 and 10. Numerators are 12 and 10. Okay. Let me write here. 12 by 4, 10 by 4. Just observe, compare. What is the comparison here? Minus value is less than the positive. So, x less than y. Minus value is less than positive value, negative values. Now, what about the next one? The value 6 is less than both the values of the second quadratic equation, that is 10 and 12. 6 is less than 10 and 12. So, what is the discussion? X less than y. X less than y means right choice. Option number 1, first choice is the correct answer. Am I clear? Right, moving to the next example. Look at next one. Product of the A and C. A and C is equal to how much? 72. 6 into 12. So, express 12 as a product of the two factors whose sum is equal to middle value. So, what is the middle value here? 17. So, how to get 17? 8 into 9. 8 into 9. The product of 8 and 9 is at 72. 8 plus 9, 17. But here minus 17 is given. So, I am taking the factors as minus 9 and minus 8. Minus 9 and minus 8. What about the roots? Roots means take the same numbers with opposite sign, divide with coefficient of x square. So, what is the discussion here? 9 by 6, 8 by 6. Then, what is the next one? The next one is a 20 into 30, that is 600. If you are comfortable in finding the roots by using the larger value means, please try. Otherwise, just look at this one. I am expressing 20 as 4 into 5, 5 into 6 as a 30. Now, can we find factors now? Yes. Just observe, the product of these two is 25 and the product of these two numbers is 24. 25 and 24. 25 and 24 means how much is the sum of these two numbers? Sum of these two numbers is 49. What about the signs? Minus 25, minus 24. Minus 25 plus minus 24, sum of these two is equal to minus 49, that is the middle term. Now, what about the roots? What about the roots means take the same numbers with opposite sign and divide with coefficient of y square, that is 20. As my dear students, simplify this. Simplify. Now, you can simplify and find the roots, or you can compare these just by using the common multiple. Now, 60 is the common multiple here. 6, it goes 10 times, so 90 and 80. What about other side? 3 times means 75 and 72. Now, denominators are same, just observe the numerators. So, 90 and 80, both the numbers are greater than 75 and 72. So, what is the discussion? X is greater than Y. X is greater than Y. What is the right choice? Option number 2. Second choice is the correct answer. Yes? Right. Look at the next example. 8x square minus 10x minus 63 equal to 0. 8y square plus 2y minus 55 is equal to 0. Dear student, remember simple logic here. When the product of the terms, when the constant terms is a negative, when the constant terms are negative, directly mark the answer as a relation cannot be established. Please remember. So, what is the constant value here? Negative. When the constant value is a negative means when the term C is a negative, then what is the answer? answer, it is not possible to find the relation between the roots of a quadratic equation. Am I clear? Right. Now, if you want to find the roots, means just check. What about the 63? 7 into 9. What about 8? 2 into 4. What about the roots of the first quadratic equation? First find the factors, then we'll go with the roots. Now, just observe middle term. Middle term is a 10. So, 7 into 8, that is a 28, and 2 into 9, that is a 18. What is the result? Minus 28 plus 18. That is minus 10. What about the roots? 28 by 8 minus 18 by 8. These are the roots of the first quadratic equation. Now find the roots of the second quadratic equation. What are the second quadratic equation? The second quadratic equation here, 8y square and 55. Now what is the discussion? 8 means 2 into 4 and 55, it is 5 into 11. How to get the middle value? Just look at, so 2 into 11, that is 22, 4 into 5, 20. So 22 and 20. What is the value? Positive 2. So plus 22 minus 20. The middle term is equal to 2y. Now what about the roots? Minus 22 by coefficient of y square, positive 20 by coefficient of y square. Denominators are same, just observe the numerators. 28 is greater than the roots of the second quadratic equation. Simple words, in simple words, this is a negative value, so which is a less than the positive. And it is a negative value, it is less than the positive. One time the value of x is less than y, other time it is more than y. So, is there any comparison by using these two conditions? No. Then what is the relation? Relation here cannot be established. Means no relation can be established between x and y. Simple logic. What is the logic you need to remember? When the constant term c is a negative in both the quadratic equations, directly mark the answer as a relation cannot be established. Now, look at the next example. Directions are given here. In each question, two equations numbered 1 and 2 are given. You have to solve both the equations and mark the appropriate option. Mark the choice 1 if P greater than Q, and mark choice 2 if P less or equal to Q. Mark choice 3 if P less than Q. Mark choice 4 if P greater or equal to Q, and choice 5 P equal to Q or no relation can be established between P and Q. Okay. Yes, my dear student, please pause the video and try the question, because we already did 5 questions in this topic. Okay, just try this. Now, look at the first quadratic equation. What is the value of P? Here, denominators are same. Root P is the denominator. 17 plus 19. Sum of these two is equal to 36. So, 36 is equal to how much? Root P into root P. Root P into root P is equal to, that is a P. Root P into root P, that is P. It means first quadratic equation, the value of P is equal to 36. What about the second quadratic equation? Q power 3 by 2 and 32 power 2 by 5 by root Q. By doing cross multiplication. By doing cross multiplication means Q power 3 by 2 into Q power 1 by 2. Root Q, what do you mean by root Q? Root Q means Q power 1 by 2. Q power 1 by 2. Now, when the bases are same, we can add the powers just by adding these two. What you will get? 3 by 2 means 1 and half. 1 and half plus half, that is 2. So, Q square. So, what is the result here? Q square. Look at the word. Q square is equal to 32. 32 means 2 power 5 whole power 2 by 5. 5 into 2 by 5. 5 gets cancelled. Remaining is 2 square. Q square is equal to 2 square means how much is the value of Q? Q is equal to 2. P is equal to 36, Q is equal to 2. Then what is the relation? How these two are related? P is greater than Q. The value of P is greater than the value of Q. P is greater than Q means right choice option number 1. First choice is the correct answer. Look at the next question. 12P minus 21.48 is equal to 83.52 plus 5P. Take P on one side. By taking P on one side, 12P minus 5P, that is a 7P. Am I right? 0.48 plus 0.52, 48 plus 52, that is 100. So, 0, 0. After decimal, 2 zeros. Now, what is the next here? 1. 1 plus 21, that is 22. 22 when you take other side becomes positive. So, 83 plus 22, that is 105. The value of 7P is equal to 105. How much is the P? P is equal to 15. P is equal to 15. So, that is the first equation value. Now, look at the second one. When you observe the second one, 121, square root of 121 means it is a 11. Square root of 49, it is a 7. Which is equal to Q plus 1. Which is equal to Q plus 1. Simplify this. What is the result? Take 7 other side. It will give 4. So, square root of Q plus 1 is equal to 4. Squaring on both sides. Squaring on both sides, we get 16 is equal to Q plus 1. How much is the value of Q? That is 15. P is equal to 15, Q is equal to 15. How these two are related? These two are equal. These two are equal means what is the condition? P is equal to Q means right choice option 5. The answer for this question, option 5. Now look at the next example. P square is a 49. P square is a 49 means how much is the value of P? Plus or minus 7. Plus 7 square 49 minus 7 square is also 49. Okay. So, plus 7 or minus 7. Look at the next one. So, 2 times of 210, of course, it is 420. So, better just express in factors. So, 210 means here we can write it as a 3 into 7 into 10. Am I right? Now, just observe how to get the middle value. How to get the middle value? So, here we can write this as a 2 into 5. Or you can write, one more way I will show you. You can write like this. 210 means 30 into 7. Okay. Now, 6 into 5 into 7. Now, is it possible to get the middle value, that is a 41? Yes, my dear student, just look at this one. Is it possible to find the middle value 41 by using these factors? Now, 6 into 5, 30, 2 into 7, 14. Now, 30 plus 14, 44. But here it is a 41. Now, what is the next possibility? Now, 7 into 5, 35 and 6 into 2, 12. 35 plus 12, it is a 49. Here 41 is given, not possible. So, what I am doing here? I am writing it as a 2 into 3. Now, just observe this. Is it possible to find the value? Yes. How means? Very simple. 3 into 7, that is 21. Now, 2 into 4, 2. So, 2 into 2 into 2, that is a 20. So, what is the value? 20 and 21. 20 and 21 means here minus 21 minus 20. Minus 21 and minus 20. Now, what about the roots of the second quadratic equation? Means the numbers as it is and observe the opposite sign of the same factors and divide with the coefficient of y square. What is the y square here? It is a 2. Now simplify this. Now simplify. What is the relation? Now it is a 10.5. It is a 10. Plus 7 minus 7. Yes, my dear students, just observe. Positive 7 is less than these two values. Positive 7 is less than 10.5 and 10. So, x is less than y. Minus 7 is less than 10.5 and 10. So, it is satisfying this. So, here it is a P and Q is given, not xy. Let me write P and Q. So, P is less than Q. So, positive 7 is less than 10.5 and 10 and minus 7 is also less than 10.5 and 10. So, what is the condition? P less than Q. So, right choice. Option number 3, third choice is the correct answer. Okay. Now, look at the next example. Here equations are given, just to find out the value of the P and Q. Multiplying the first equation with 2. When you multiply the first equation with 2, we get the value of P. What is the result? Just observe. P gets cancelled on subtraction. So, what is the result? Just look at 2 into 3, that is a 6, subtract from 13. 13 minus 6, that is 7P. Now, here 2 into 17, 34, 34 and minus 1. Minus 34 minus 1, that is a minus 35. Take other side, positive 35. So, 7P is equal to 35, the value of P is equal to 5. When P is equal to 5, how much is the value of Q? Substitute P as a 5 in any one of the two equations. I am going with the first equation. 3 times of 5, that is 15, plus 17 is equal to 4Q. Okay. Sum of these two values is equal to 32, which is equal to 4Q. The value of Q, it is 8. P is equal to 5, Q is equal to 8. Now, how these two are related? 5 is less than 8. So, P is less than Q. So, P is less than Q. The right choice is option number 3. Third choice is the correct answer. Okay. Now, look at the next example. Here directions are given. In each question, two equations numbered 1 and 2 are given. You have to solve both the equations and mark the appropriate option. Based on these choices, now we need to mark the answer. Look at the quadratic equations here. What about the root? What are the factors for the first quadratic equation? Look at this. The factors for the first quadratic equation, if you observe here, 3 and minus root 20. Am I right? 3 and minus root 20. Sum of these two is equal to 3 minus root 20. What about the roots? Same numbers with opposite sign and divide with the coefficient of x square. So, these are the roots of the first quadratic equation. Similarly, second quadratic equation. Observe the second quadratic equation. What about the roots here? 3. What are the factors? 3 plus root 16. 3 plus root 16. Three plus root 16. So, okay. What about the roots? Roots are opposite sign, the same numbers with the opposite sign and divide with coefficient of y square. What is the y square? That is 3. Dear students, the denominators are same, just observe the numerators. Just observe the numerators. Minus 3 means they are equal. Equal means x and y are same. X is equal to y. Then what about the next one? Minus root 16 by 3. Minus root 16 by 3. Root 16 means it's a 4. 4 by 3 means minus 1, 1 by 3. minus 1, 1 by 3. Here it is a 1, that is minus 1, 1 by 3, means it is greater than that value. So, the result is x greater than y. Now, look at this one. It is more than these two numbers. It is more than both the numbers. Here it is a positive, whereas these two are negatives. Positive is greater than the negative. So, x is greater than y. Combining these two, it is x greater or equal to y. The right choice, option number 4. Fourth choice is the right answer. Okay. Dear students, please join to our YouTube channel Time for Bank Exams for more videos on computer examinations like bank, SSCCGLE, insurance, railway and other related examinations. The social media channels here, the subscription, the links for the social media channels is given here. Telegram channel link, as well as YouTube channel, Instagram and Facebook. Links are given in the description box. Please subscribe to our channel to get more number of videos on your subject. Okay. Now, for classroom coaching, do contact your nearest time center. For online courses, you can enroll at t4e.info/bankssc online. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.